everyone. Today I'm going to be picking up where I left off in the last video. I did go off screen and do the dire quests, which I'm glad I didn't try and record video for. It ended up taking probably 3.5 hours to get through it all, looking up everything. But I am going to read out what the quests did say while I wait for this glade path to take me back to Fairlass. So the first one I did, I walk in the instance and I talked to an imp, and he said, "Do you want to play a game, Stinky?" And I said, "Game? Are you crazy?" He says, "I hold the key to lands of free. Chase me and you will see." I say, "Are you little?" I chase him. He says, "Still alive. You do surprise. Watch me as I flee." And I say, "Mark my words, I will catch you, imp, and when I do..." When I catch up to him again, I turn that frown upside down, and I tell him to die. I chase him again. "This is the end of the line, no friend of mine." And I say, "Prepare to meet your maker." And I do fight the imp and his friends. Obviously, I did win. I looted a quest item off of him, which was the Book of Incantations, right here. And then the next quest was in a different section of Dire Maul, where I talked to a goblin by the name of Not Thimblejack. He does have a little bit of flavor text. When you talk to him, he says, "Please, please, please, tell me you are here to get me out of these shackles. There's got to be a key somewhere. At the very least, maybe you can take out Guard Slipkick. I think I might be able to help you out." Just like that. "See that broken trap over yonder? The ogres are too stupid to figure out how to fix it. Clearly, it needs a thorium widget and some frost oil. If you fix it, I bet you could lure Slipkick into it and blammo. Trapped ogre guard." I'm not an engineer, so I did not use the trap. I had to kill Slipkick. But he does offer the quest, the Gordok Ogre Suit, which I did bring him the materials for. But he says, "If you're going to fight the king of this dump, and I think that's what you're bound to do, then you're going to need to get by Captain Crumcrush. Now, you can get by him by killing him, sure. You might actually want to leave him alive. How, you ask? Since I've been here, I think I know how to make an ogre suit that will last just long enough to fool these bozos. The only problem is stability. 10 minutes, tops. Bring me what I need, and I'll make you one. I'm not going anywhere." the ogre tannin, which is one of the things he needs. He needed 4 bolts of rune cloth, 8 rugged leather, 2 rune thread, and an ogre tannin. So he says the ogre tannin is probably the toughest thing to find for what I need to make the suit. I think they have some upstairs. It's hard to tell since this ball and chain doesn't make movement that easy to do. Anyway, bring me the things I need, and I'll whip you up an ogre suit that will fool Captain Cromcrush into thinking you're one of his men. And then when I hand over those materials, he says, yeah, this will do the trick. Just a slip here and a tuck here. This is going to work out just fine. A broad smile beams from the chained goblin's face. Here you go. You're all set. Remember, this isn't the most securely fashioned item in the world. You'll have 10 minutes of use before it falls apart, and then you're not going to fool anybody. Try using it just before you approach him, and remember, it will only make him think that you are an ally, not your group mates. Obviously, I didn't bring a group. And then I talked to him again because I had found a shackle key in a different section of the instance. So I said to him, so, I found this shackle key. He says, you found a key? Well, is it the key? I mean, is it the key to unlock these shackles? Well, ma'am, there is only one way to find out. And I say, I guess so. And then he offers the quest, Free Knot. It's called the Gordok Shackle Key. Well, that's what these, quote, tons of fun keep calling it. I think any of the ogres might have it, but I'm not sure if any specific ones do. Maybe the guards have a better chance of having one. What am I talking about? You have it already, don't you? Is that it, there? You ranked number 1. Everyone else ranked number 2 or lower. Oh, thank you for freeing me. I knew my life was destined for more than just being an appetizer for some ogre. And then as he's running off, he says, Lunacy, I'll make sure all my friends in the cartel know that you've saved my life today. Here, I'm going to need to be able to travel light, so please help yourself to my cache of tailoring and leatherworking supplies. Thanks again. See ya. And then once you kill the king, in that instance, you get deemed the new king of Dire Maul, and you're able to go through the instance and talk to the ogres. And there is a drunk ogre that you can talk to that's impressed. So I just wanted to make sure. I have raid later, so I wanted to make sure I know that. So once you talk to him, he says, you the boss now, yeah? Long live the new king. Krieg let you look at Gordok Hooch, Ogre Hooch, best of all Hooch, and Gordok Hooch is best of all Ogre Hooch. Maybe you buy some from me, ya boss? And I say to him, what do you mean, buy? I'm the new king now. and it's good to be the king. And that's when he offers me the quest, the Gordok taste test. You the big boss now, so you get free sample of my better brews. These drinks boost you up and give you good buzz. These are the ones, chef. You try and tell Krieg yourself. And then let me see. Oh yeah, and then when I went to Captain Cromcrush, which is the guy that you have to be friendly with the ogres to get this quest as well, he offers unfinished Gordok business. Now you the king, so maybe you get prized Gordok artifact back from creepy elf who calls himself Prince. The king before you failed, just like all the other kings since Torthrildrin, the creepy elf, stole it from old-timey Gordok king. Artifact is called the Gauntlet of Gordok Might. Old-timey stories say only the one true king, the Gordok, can get it back. Old-timey stories also say creepy elf is still around here. You find it, and it will become mighty gauntlet you wear forever. Yar, I show you. So I had to go into a different wing of Diamond and kill the last boss in the library, which I did do. But within that section of the instance, there was another quest called The Madness Within. Have you heard enough? Are you a woman of action? This madness must come around. The age of immortals has long since passed. Destroy the guardians surrounding the pylons to lower the force field. When this is done, destroy Imolthar, which was a boss, with the prince's power greatly reduced. Attack and end him. Lay the spirits of this city to rest, adventurer. And then once you do that, you turn in the quest. And she just says, "We thank you, hero." She offers a new quest where she says to go to the chest in the library. And that quest is called The Treasure of Shendelar. In the library, Athenium, you will find an ancient chest hidden beneath the stairway. Take from it that which you desire. So it's just your reward. Once you click on the chest, it just says you open the chest to find ... And then it offers you a few things. But then when you go back to Captain Cromcrush to tell him that you killed the prince, he says, "Ah, you no find it, do you, boss? Maybe old-timey story a bad story. Hard to believe that creepy elf can steal from Gordok King." But then you hand over the gauntlet, and he says, "Wow, you are the king. I never think I see this gauntlet in my life. It looked like it got no mojo left anymore. Maybe that creepy elf try and ruin the gauntlet. Well, I say har har to him. Look, this mark on the gauntlet, an old, tiny magic mark. older than the Gordak, they say. Well, as captain of the Gordak, we all learn one thing over and over: how to make Mark come to life and give power back to the gauntlet. I do it for you, King. Here, take the gauntlet and rule forever. And then he offers a piece of gear. The last quest that I did was had to get this pristine black diamond, some large brilliant shards from the enchanter, and I had to go to the Eastern Flaglands for some Blood of Heroes, and I had to go back to that same library again, and I had to find these bones. And I used these items on those bones, even though they didn't consume the items. And then the guy standing next to, well, you click on the bone. It says, a cursory examination of the skeletal remains indicates that the flesh was seared off. Right? Quite a grisly sight. And then you click the bubble that says mourn the great loss. And the guy standing next to these bones was Mr. Lorekeeper Lydros. And he says, I very much doubt that he will have anything to say, stranger. I personally didn't mind him. It was the prince who took exception to a high elf in his domain. Alas, I am not one to question the prince. In his defense, he did not incinerate Master Dreamseeker immediately. So it sounded like Night Elf, Prince, kinda went a little crazy. So I'm just gonna turn in Elven Legends, which was the quest that I had to use these items on those bones. So I'm wondering if she's gonna shed some light on that story. She says, a shame, tragedy. The items are lost, you say. No trace of him, eh? Wow, she is literally not shedding any light on the story. She's just like, to shreds, you say. Oh, I did miss a paragraph. So, after he said, he did not incinerate Master Dreamseeker immediately, he said, we most definitely do not need any more attention drawn to us, stranger. Return to those that sent you in search of the lost master, and tell them that nothing could be found. When this is done, and I will know when it is so, return, and I shall reveal the secrets of the deceased. Interesting. I'm really glad that I actually saw that last paragraph. I might do that in this video and see if he does say anything. Well, the other quest that I had to kill that imp for was with that Lethendris's web. Do you have the web, Lucy? It's concentrated magical energy. It must be. Oh, that wasn't the one I killed that in. It was a different imp. Its concentrated magical energy must be dissipated. You retrieved the web. Well done, Lunacy. Lethendris, like many elves of her ilk, are blind to the dangers the abuse of magic can cause to our world. They believe they are masters of magic. They do not realize that they are slaves to their own addiction. Her death saddens me, but it was necessary. Thank you, Lunacy. I will have the energies within the web released safely over a wide area, and then I'll destroy it to prevent future magical exploits. Here's the vendor back here. I'm gonna vendor these couple things. Oh, the other lady just gave me gold. I believe there's one other quest for me to... Oh, maybe not. There is a quest on the other side of the zone. Which I think I'm gonna do first. And then I'll probably go back to Dire Mall to see if he will reveal secrets. I think he does, if I'm remembering correctly. I think he offers... like 3 different quests. But I don't remember if you can do all of them or if you have to pick one. I guess we'll find out when we come to that road. I think once I do revisit Dire Mall, which is kind of weird, it's not indicating the follow-up quests, so I don't know if it's still like that. But after I turn that in and check out Dire Mall again, I think I'm gonna turn in the orphan quest and give the stone circle to that goblin in Tanaris. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to get done in this video, just because I do have raid in, I think, 45 minutes. Sometimes they start throwing invites a bit early, so we'll see. But I definitely wanted to record a video tonight, just because I did spend so much time last night doing Dire Mall stuff. I actually had to finish it up today, where I had to go get the Blood of Heroes and bring it to the library. Trying to remember where this quest is. Oh, I know where it is. It's on that weird, like, gazebo platform thing. So once I start running into that aggressive horde city, I'll know that it's nearby. I'm still trying to figure out a way to make a like video of raiding, or maybe even a stream. Okay, so nearby, but just the fact that I need to use Discord, and there's anywhere between 9 and 24 other people talking in that Discord, not quietly, not ASMR vibes. I don't know how to do that. The closest thing I've thought of is like if I have Discord open on my phone with headphones in, so that you couldn't hear them, but then I can't really talk in Discord during the raid, which sometimes I do need to talk for raid to give out directions or what have you, a heads up for some people, for certain mechanics, stuff like that. Okay, so this one is Procillin and the Elder. It's Jintoridin. This was the one that I chased the imp for. So he says, I regret nothing, stranger. The queen has long since passed. The works of the Chandrilar have been marred by the madness of Prince Torthildrin. I seek only freedom, escape. You have found it, a curse upon that miserable imp. Alas, my material possessions are meager at best. You may choose from what I have to offer. So let me take the sword for 4.5 gold. Shadrina. I don't even know how to get more reps of that faction. Interesting. So I'm gonna head back and see if that guy has any secrets that he's actually gonna tell me. Chandrilar. I don't even think I remember them from when I was playing Wrath of the Lich King as current content. I'm just trying to peek in Discord. While also trying to run. Okay, it does say, well, it'll be 7:30 my time, so I still have time. Just one of the buildings was saying something about an invite, and I was just praying it wasn't for raid already. So I don't want to have to fly back here to the Dire Mall to see if there is that quest. I have to try and remember which instance it is. I think it's the one on the left. It must be, I think. Oh no, once I enter. It is unfortunately like the most annoying sector for me, just because if you were listening to when I read out the Madness Within quest, and the quest giver was talking about the 5 pylons, in order for me to take those out, as you'll see in a few minutes, there are these like mana monsters around them that you have to kill. They are immune to arcane, which is half my spells. I'm sorry, just saw the screen spaz out because somebody's at my door and it scared the hell out of me. And I definitely don't know who those people are, so I'm not answering. Sorry, I'm just watching my camera. I'm very cautious when it comes to people at my door. I've seen some crazy people. Like, even when I was a kid and I was in a good neighborhood, people do some wild shit sometimes. And when I'm home alone, I do not answer the door. If I don't know you, and you're not the police, you don't need to be knocking. I don't know. It might have to do with me being a smaller sized woman. I play it safe. I don't answer the door when I'm home alone. Wow, this DPS is horrible. It's almost like I don't have any arrow here. Oh, I see it. Lord Keeper Wardrobes. To use Wrath on these because, again, Starfire, Starfall, all arcane damage, and the arcane enemies don't give a fuck if you're doing arcane damage because they are immune. I just have to kill the mobs that are guarding these pylons. Dang, I really wish Dash wasn't a 3-minute cooldown. It always feels like so much longer. It's just because I'm in a hurry. I want to hurry up and deliver the content. These Eldritch Spectres. I hate them. They pop up out of nowhere. The good thing about their little mana shards that they're dropping is at least that they stack. So I can get a couple gold with each stack. So I did bottom pile, top 2, drop down here, and I kill this guy, which enrages a shit ton of things that I didn't kill when I entered the instance, and they are gonna all come right now. They are very upset with me. Don't mind the spirit horse. What is happening? Oh no, they pulled the treants too. Everybody's pissed in this one. They're actually getting me pretty good, because they're stunning me. That was the lowest my health has ever gotten in here, I think. Yeah, the ancient equine spirits. I want to say that's for the paladin quest, but I could be wrong. I've never played a paladin, so I've never had to do that quest. Trying not to pull extra stuff. Usually one of those spirits pops up at me in that little hallway. Ooh, but dash is almost off cooldown. Actually gonna save it for after I take down this pylon. Just gonna pull them all, fuck it. I just have to get over to the other side and do the same thing. I can ignore all these ones in the middle. They're just extra mobs that like to get in the way. I feel like I'm in traffic. In the left lane, passing them or something. There is an invisible wall there. Well, invisible, but not so invisible. That blue force field. Definitely can't go through it until I take down all the pylons. And right now in the middle, that demon dog is fighting a bunch of like night elf spirits. The high one. I'm gonna let him finish with that before I fight him because, well, he's actually pissed at me, but I think it was only because of that eye. Take him down. I don't even have space. We can get rid of this. It's a nice 10 gold. We can get rid of this. And what is this guy doing? Did you see how he ran in here looking off to the side? That was kind of funny. We'll get rid of that. Oh, what are you doing, guy? Party's over. I killed him. So now I can get in the library, which is this door over here. And I can see what... I keep forgetting his name. Is it Lore Master? Something? He's in the library. It would make sense for him to know Lore Keeper Lydros. These were the bones. Oh. Sorry, I bumped the mic. Yeah, he does have 3. Libram of Rapidity, Master Dreamseeker, lost the Libram of Rapidity in the East Wing. The Libram will allow for a minor haste cantrip to be placed upon your equipment. Parlor tricks, really. Regardless, if you are interested, you will need to present the Libram along with some basic reagents. I believe it also requires Blood of Heroes, a pristine black diamond, and large brilliant shards. I could be wrong. Lydros shrugs. Got it. Where there's focus. This Libram almost aroused interest in one of the younger Lore Keeper's familiars. Poor thing, it was only a few weeks old. Those among you who are more magically inclined might find this item interesting. The Libram of Focus was lost in this way. Can only assume one of the highborn spirits holds it in their possession. Bring the Libram along with some large brilliant shards, Skin of Shadow, and a pristine black diamond, and I shall conjure the Arcanium. Or there's the Libram of Protection. He wept like an infant at the loss of his Libram. Mind you, I have wept over texts. There is no greater loss than that of knowledge and history, but to cry over this nearly useless jumbling of incantations, preposterous. It left me to believe that the prince was doing him a favor in flaying the flesh from his bones. Bring the Libram along with a pristine black diamond, large brilliant shards, and a frayed abdomen stitching, and I shall recreate the Arcanium. Oh, and check the north wing. So I only have the items for this one. Oh, no I don't, because I do not have 2 Blood of Heroes. So I may come back for this, may not. I guess I'll take a quick snapshot of what each quest requires, though. I don't know if you can turn in more than 1 or not. I'm not gonna accept any of them for now. Just because I want to keep my quest log a little bit clear. Chrysalis, because that is what I'll be starting very shortly. And my raid will also be starting shortly. So I'm gonna vendor these items. Oh, there was one other thing I wanted to read, which was this Librum of Protection. I didn't realize I had the protection. The pages are covered in ancient elven ruins. The pages herein contain memories of events that transpired in the collection and creation of the reagents required to craft greater arcanium. It's a weird paragraph to read. May our enemies never gain access to these Librum. May I live to see the pallid light of the moon shine upon Quel'Thalas once again. May I die but for the grace of Quel'Thalas. May I kill for the glory of Illidan. Master Telmius Dreamseeker. The ink swirls and shifts around the page. You get the feeling that the book is mocking you. It's very strange. Very, very strange. So, wait, what? Because I have to save my Hearthstone for when raid starts, I'm going to try and fly down to Tamaris. Well, we'll see how I get. Oh, he says invites are going out in 10 minutes. So I think I'm going to end the video here, unfortunately. And then I'll have to start the next video with the Tanaris and Shimmering Flats quests. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Feel free to leave a like or a comment. And if you're not me, I'd love if you'd consider subscribing. And I hope I see you in the next video. Bye guys!